What's up, everybody? This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'm gonna give you guys my AEW Dynamite review on high. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell every time I premiere a brand new video. Also, go follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Let's get started. AEW Dynamite was a good show, but I give it a 7 out of 10. So we're kicking things off with Jon Moxley versus Wheeler. This was a good match. Good match, by the way. Jon Moxley music hits and it's out first. The bell rings and Wheeler Yuta goes for a dropkick, but he missed. Moxley hits Yuta with a shoulder tackle. Moxley goes for a wrist lock. However, Yuta counters it and takes Moxley down with an arm drag. Moxley exits the ring to take a few seconds for himself. Yuta goes for a top suicide. Moxley catches him, but Yuta gets out of it, and he hits Moxley with a shotgun dropkick. The action goes back into the ring. Both men exchange shots. Moxley hits Yuta with a power driver, and then he locks Yuta in with the STF. Moxley begins hitting Yuta with more chops. It says Moxley begins hitting Yuta with more chops, and he also begins scratching Yuta. Yuta hits Moxley with an insecurity. Finally, Yuta goes up to the top turnbuckle. However, Moxley escapes the ring. Moxley gets in a few punches in on Yuta. Moxley gets into the face of Orange Cassidy. He turns around and Dan Hansen is there to surprise him. Yuta flies down from the turnbuckle. The action goes back inside the ring. Moxley goes for the Paragon stiff, but Yuta gets out of it. Yuta attempts a roll-up pin, however, Moxley kicks out. Jon Moxley begins clubbing Wheeler Yuta with massive elbows. Moxley puts Yuta in the sleeper hold. Moxley lets him go, and then Yuta with him with the Paragon shift and Moxley pins Yuta for the victory. So the winner of the match, Jon Moxley. After the match, it says after the match, Moxley is still in the ring. He turns around, but Bryan Danielson is in the ring. Bryan Danielson asks the crowd if they should fight one-on-one. Bryan Danielson says they should not be fighting. We should be teaming. Bryan Danielson then says there is no reason we should have a Cowboy be the AEW champion. There is no reason why a Dasha should be a tag team champion. And there is no reason why a guy who creates vlogs should be the TNT champion. Bryan Danielson says that they could change the industry and train others. Bryan Danielson brings up Daniel Garcia, Riddle Yuta, and Lee Monterity. Bryan Danielson tells him to think about it, and he sticks his hand out as tell Moxley to think about it. Bryan Danielson exits the ring and walks up the ramp while Moxley stays in the ring. So the winner of the match, Jon Moxley. There is a recap of showcasing the feud between MJF and CM Punk. We return from the commercial break and Brandy Rose is in the ring. Brandy says everyone is so nice in Cleveland or Chicago, wherever they are. Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page come out, and Lambert begins insulting Brandy Rose. Brandy Rose says, I don't know why you are laughing. Ethan, the only reason why we hired you was to get close to Josh Alexander. Brandy Rose continues with the insult, and Lambert returns with more insults himself. Brandy slaps Lambert, and Lambert says, I figured you'd be in a bestie mood, so I have something for you. Former UFC fighter Paige Van Zandt comes to the ring and attacks Brandy. The AEW locker room empties, and the wrestlers come out to break up the fight. Hardy family office has a backstage promo and tells Private Party that he is upset with them for not winning the AEW tag team titles. Andrade appears and asks Hardy what happened last week. Hardy asks why Darby Allin has not signed in. Andrade says he is working on it. Malachi Black and Brody King versus Pac and Penta El Zero. This was a tag team match. Pac comes out with an eye patch on, and he ties two wrestle with it. But instead, Pac begins the match with Malachi Black. Pac gains control right away and shows that the eye patch was just a rush to get to Malachi Black. We go to our first picture-in-picture commercial break with Brody King taking control of the match. We return with Pac still getting beaten down. Pac managed to get away and tagging Penta for the hot tag. Penta clears the ring and Pac hits Malachi with a shotgun dropkick. Now Pac and Malachi Black are the legal men. First, Malachi Black hits Pac with a rising knee strike, and then he hits Pac with two sliding knee strikes. Pac recovers and hits Malachi Black with a German suplex. Pac then hits Malachi with a brainbuster. Penta hits Brody King with a dive, and then he hits another for a good measure. Pac is about to go for the Fear Factor, but he gets pushed off the top rope. Malachi sprays the black mist into the eyes of Penta. The referee does not see it, which allows Brody King to hit Penta with Dante Inferno to get the victory. The winner of the match, Malachi Black and Brody King. Adam Cole cuts a promo and says that he is tired of hearing about Orange Cassidy and wants more respect. Adam Cole says he will be wrestle Evil Uno this week on AEW Rampage. So we get Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose. I did not really care about this match. Before the match begins, the announcer shows the lead singer of the brand, Rancid Lars Frankenstein. Then Ruby Rose throws her jacket in Nyla and attack her. However, Ruby Soho does not get much of offense, but Rose hits Ruby Soho with some heavy shots. Ruby gets walked by Nyla Rose headbutt. Then Nyla hits Ruby Soho with a Death Valley driver. Nyla goes for the pin. However, Ruby Soho kicks out. So we go to another picture-in-picture commercial break with Nyla in control. We return with Ruby Soho getting back into the match by escaping Nyla's powerbomb. Ruby Soho lifted Nyla Rose and slammed her down onto the canvas. The action goes to the outside. Ruby Soho gets to the face of Vicky Guerrero. Ruby Soho takes out Nyla Rose with the future shock. She goes for the pin. However, Vicky Guerrero pulls Nyla Rose under the ropes. Nyla Rose hits Ruby Soho with the senton and then hits the beast bomb on Ruby. Nyla Rose then pins her to get the victory. The winner of the match, Nyla Rose. I did not really care about this match. There is a backstage promo featuring the Gun Club. They start beating down Jungle Boy and then go outside to continue the fight. They throw him into some snow and run off as Christian Cage and Luchasaurus appears. Tony Schiavone is in the ring to interview Hangman Adam Page. Tony begins promoting next week's Texas Death match against Lance Archer. First, Adam talks about how he is to fight. He knows Lance wants a Texas Death match, but he doesn't really give a you-know-what. Then Lambert and Jake the Snake Roberts start insulting Page. Finally, Lance Archer appears and he and Page begin fighting. Lance Archer gets the best of Page after taking 2 chair shots and going through a table. Chris Jericho calls out Santana and Ortiz for disrespecting and embarrassing him last week by not tagging him last week in their 6-man tag match. Jericho demands a mandatory meeting next week on Dynamite. There is a video package showing how the Jay Lethal versus Ricky Starks feud begins. Escobar begins going over this week's AEW Rampage. Alright, so we get CM Punk versus MJF. This match was good. This match went 40 minutes. Before the bell rings, CM Punk and MJF stare across the ring at each other. The bell rings and the crowd chants CM Punk. CM Punk walks over to MJF and MJF leans between the ropes and CM Punk has to stop. MJF takes a cheap shot of it says MJF takes a shot at CM Punk. CM Punk sends MJF between the ropes, and CM Punk starts hitting MJF multiple times. CM Punk shows respect to his old friend Harley Race and does the seesaw spot with the ropes. The fight goes into the crowd. CM Punk hits MJF with a beer can. CM Punk takes his time and even pose for someone's photo. MJF gets lifted and drops on one of the star nails in the cell. CM Punk is in complete control. He hits MJF with multiple strikes and slams. CM Punk runs towards MJF. MJF moves out of the way, and CM Punk hits the corner post shoulder first. CM Punk rolls outside the ring. He grabs his arm as the referee checks on him. MJF grabs CM Punk and stomps on his hand multiple times. We go to a picture-in-picture commercial break with MJF in control. When we return from the commercial break with CM Punk gaining control again. CM Punk hits MJF with a knee bar and then a running bulldog. CM Punk wants to go for the go to sleep. However, MJF rolls outside the ropes. CM Punk is holding MJF up, and he tells UFC fighter Bel Muhammad to hit MJF with a chop, and then the bell does. CM Punk brings MJF back into the ring. CM Punk goes to the top rope. MJF runs into the ropes and knocks CM Punk. CM Punk goes to the top rope. MJF runs into the rope and knocks CM Punk down. MJF gets a few strikes. However, CM Punk hits MJF with a Pepsi twist. MJF gets back up, and the referee is distracted, and MJF grabs some tape and begins choking out CM Punk. CM Punk is out, and the referee calls for the bell. While MJF celebrates to tape he used falls down. The referee then tells the AEW ring announcer, Justin Roberts, that the match will continue. Why would they restart the match? I just don't get it. But anyway, the bell rings again, and CM Punk goes for the quick roll-up pin, but MJF kicks out. We go to another picture-in-picture commercial with MJF in control. We return from the commercial break, and CM Punk hits MJF with a dive between the ropes. CM Punk being selling and injured to his knee, along with his left arm. MJF goes after CM Punk's knee and puts him in a submission. CM Punk counters the hold and puts him into the STF. But he must let it go because of his knee. CM Punk goes for the GTS, but his knee goes out. MJF takes a bench and starts going after the leg again. CM Punk counters again and sends MJF into the middle turnbuckle face first. Now both men recover and begin exchanging punch. CM Punk hits a poison run on MJF out of nowhere. Now both men are down and they try to get to their feet. MJF goes for the Fujiwara armbar, but he cannot do it. He hit a pump handle driver. Both men are now up, and they go into the corner, and MJF hits CM Punk with a low blow. MJF goes for the pin with his feet on the ropes, but CM Punk still kicks out. We go to another picture commercial break with MJF in control. We return from the commercial break. MJF goes for the figure four, but CM Punk goes for the roll-up pin. However, MJF kicks out again. MJF begins biting CM Punk on the head. CM Punk returns the favor and hits the Pepsi flirt on MJF. MJF rolls out of the ring. CM Punk sells a potential knee injury. MJF goes for the tombstone pile driver. CM Punk reversed it, and now MJF counters it with a pin attempt. CM Punk hits MJF with a heel kick. CM Punk hits MJF with the big elbow drop. MJF and Punk are on the outside, and Warlow comes down and he gets in the face of CM Punk. The referee is watching Warlow intensely. However, he does not see Warlow passing off the diamond ring to MJF. MJF gets back into the ring. CM Punk and the referee are distracted, allowing MJF to hit CM Punk with the ring and knocking him out. MJF pins CM Punk to get the victory. MJF is lying on top of CM Punk after the bell, and then we see MJF celebrating his big win over CM Punk as the show goes off the air. The winner of the match, MJF. Now, that match was good, but at the same time, it was just 40 minutes. Now, all I gotta say was CM Punk lost not once but twice in one night to MJF. MJF beat CM Punk in his biggest career, so that's all I gotta say. The match was good, but it went 40 minutes. But anyway, overall, AEW Dynamite was a good show. I give it a 7 out of 10. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, please drop a like on this video. Like, comment, share with your friends, and let me know down below in the comment section what are your thoughts on AEW Dynamite tonight. I give it a 7 out of 10, but also it was a good show. But follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And also subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and share the video share the video everywhere. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here because I'm finna go stream on Twitch tomorrow. So make sure you guys come to my stream on Twitch tomorrow and show your love and support. That's all I gotta say to me here. But this your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And I'm out of here.